try to.
Adam Swellings was somebody who had been involved in theft, in robbery, he'd been involved in criminal damage. He was somebody who was known when drunk to cause really serious trouble, somebody who went looking for fights, was an instigator.
Can you tell me what you were doing on August the 10th at 10:30 in the evening?
In the first interview, Swellings was quite dismissive of his involvement, but subsequently in the second interview he did try to minimise his involvement by saying that he was involved with just one punch that landed on Mr. Newlove when he fell to the floor, and then he didn't partake in the attack any further.
Stephen Sorton had a fairly normal background by all accounts, and it couldn't be said that he hadn't had the opportunities to go down a different path. He didn't come from a family that you could say was lacking in moral guidance. I think he was just a young man who couldn't really be kept on the straight and narrow. But he was someone, again, who took a very active role in the offences committed by the gang and was known to have quite a vindictive edge.
Sorton never admitted anything during the interview, other than that he did find out there'd been an attack in the street, and he said he went to investigate and render assistance while he was waiting for the ambulance, and that's how he lost his shoe. However, the eyewitness accounts were that he rendered blows to Mr. Newlove by kicking him, and his shoe came off in that attack. And in the subsequent trial at court, then that evidence was given by his co-accused as well. But Sorton did make an admission to his mother after he'd been charged that he'd been involved in the attack.
Jordan Cunliffe wasn't as physically imposing as Adam Swellings or Stephen Sorton. He was a smaller, weaker character on appearance, but he was somebody who seemed to have a real edge to him. He was very cocky. He often invited the other members of the gang to come round to his house where they'd gather to drink, where they'd gather to do drugs, because he was left to his own devices for long periods. And I think this was something that characterised the gang members as a whole.
No conscience at all.
That their parents didn't often know where they were, didn't keep tracks on them once they went out in the evening, and certainly didn't ask questions about what they'd been doing and where they'd been and what they'd been up to.
Well, you can help yourself.
Jordan Cunliffe denied his involvement. In fact, he even denied being in the particular area, but said he walked up the street some time afterwards. Well, the eyewitness accounts put him in company with the gang at the time, and obviously the eyewitness accounts of the PCSO who stopped him some short while later have been in presence of Sorton.
It wasn't me.
It was you.